I'm now going to make the soundboard and the back of the ukulele. I'm going to use a drum sander for this process. This timber is going to be thickness to approximately 2.5mm. For aesthetics, it's good to book match your timber, and you want to prepare that edge so there's absolutely no gap visible. To do that, I'm going to use a block plane sitting on its side on the bench top, and raise my bit of timber slightly above the surface of the table. Make sure the blade is adjusted properly and only protruding a small amount. With your timber placed in the book match arrangement, you can see which edges need to be planed. So place them on your raised surface and begin planing. You're only going to be able to create a straight edge if you keep that plane very steady and smooth throughout that whole action. Once you're happy with that edge, get your other bit of timber and do the same thing. 2 or 3 strokes should be enough. Any more and you'll be removing too much material. If you followed that process correctly, you should not see any gap whatsoever between your timber. Okay, it's time to start gluing. Grab some glue, grab some newspaper, and get yourself prepared on a bench. With your book match timber firmly pressed together, run a strip of tape right down the centre and keep the pressure on both sides to avoid any gap. I find it also helps to run a few strips sideways. Once you've done this, carefully turn the timber over and allow it to fall open, exposing the gap. Get your glue and run a thin line of glue down the gap. Running your finger over this glued edge will help spread the glue out. Allow the 2 bits of timber to fall flat and apply a little bit of pressure. Remove any excess glue. Now grab your tape and do the same thing that you did to the other side. Once you've book matched the soundboard and the bottom of your ukulele, bring it into the drying room very carefully and allow it to dry. After a few hours of drying, you can bring them out of the rack and take the tape off. Once you've removed as much tape as you can go over the whole board with light sandpaper. Make sure you sand evenly over the whole board. Once you've done the same thing to the soundboard and the bottom of your ukulele, you're ready for the next stage.